Did the old prophets actually meet angels on top of mountains? Or were they highly intelligent beings from a galaxy far, far away? Welcome to Ufology, where we explore the truth about alien life. Because let's face it, we're not alone, and the evidence is everywhere. In this video, we're checking out some of space's unsolved mysteries. Space is vast and largely unexplored. Till today, many things remain a mystery. How were galaxies born? How will our universe end? Questions like these and many more keep scientists up at night. If you're curious to know more, let's dive into the video. First, how were the galaxies formed? We know the basic answer, but the larger details continue to elude scientists. Most researchers believe galaxies were formed through gravity. Primordial matter in the newborn universe wasn't spread out in an even distribution. Areas of slightly greater density attracted more matter and grew bigger over time. Empty spaces went through the opposite process. Eventually, those areas with more matter grew into our present-day galaxies. Cosmologists study this subject by running massive computer simulations of our universe. One of these is the giant Millennium Run, performed by Durham University scientists. The statistics of the resulting galaxy distribution are then compared to observations of the universe. So far, there's been one particularly accurate model. It reflects a universe where most matter consists of dark particles, which hardly interact with normal atoms. According to this model, galaxies and clusters of galaxies should be interconnected by filamentary structures, and some observations seem to support this view. But there's a catch. The models show that big galaxies are surrounded by hundreds of smaller ones. But that hasn't been observed in reality. This is a flaw in the model, meaning our knowledge of galaxies is still limited. It's also unclear how the first massive galaxies could form so early after the Big Bang. Gathering materials for themselves would have taken billions of years. Another question that perplexes scientists is, why is there something rather than nothing? In short, what caused the universe to exist? Some people believe it was created by a god, or gods, or even aliens. Some believe it was the Big Bang, a singular massive explosion of light and matter. Some also think it was multiple explosions, but even scientists can't fully explain what triggered the Big Bang to begin with. They believe the universe was an inflationary vacuum in the beginning. It had a super high energy density and repulsive gravity, causing it to expand. The more of it there was, the greater the repulsion and the faster it expanded. This vacuum was unpredictable. At random locations, it decayed into an ordinary, everyday vacuum. The tremendous energy of the inflationary vacuum had to go somewhere. All that energy went into creating matter and heating it to a very high temperature. This created an explosion, or explosions, creating a newborn universe. This whole process could have started with a piece of inflationary vacuum with a mass equivalent to a bag of sugar. But even then, it doesn't explain how the laws of physics came about. How was gravity created? What about mass, force, and many other physical laws? In 1918, German mathematician Emmy Noether studied this. She found that the greatest conservation laws are mere consequences of deep symmetries of space and time. These symmetries are things that stay the same if our viewpoint changes. A striking property of such symmetries is that they are also symmetries of the void, of an empty universe. So maybe the transition from nothing to something wasn't such a big deal. Maybe it was a change from chaotic nothing to the structured nothingness of our universe. The American physicist Victor Stenger suggests that it was a move towards stability, like how water turns into ice when it freezes. Scientists know it exists, and various theories have been formulated about it. But what is this mysterious substance of the universe? Dark matter gives out no light, or too little light for us to detect. But at the same time, we see the effect of its gravity on visible stars and galaxies. For instance, the Milky Way could not have dragged in enough matter to make its stars in the 13.82 billion years since the Big Bang, without there being a lot of invisible matter whose extra gravity sped things up. Dark matter accounts for 26.8% of the mass energy of the universe. Normal atomic matter only makes up about 4.5%. This means dark matter is much more abundant, even if we can't see it. Today, scientists continue to debate what dark matter is made of. Various particles have been suggested, but none of them seem to fit the bill. No Earth-based experiment has found any evidence of dark matter either. Our theory of gravity may be flawed. Maybe dark matter doesn't exist, and gravity works differently in certain situations. Or maybe dark matter is not a fluid made of a single particle. It could be complex, like the atomic matter we see around us. The universe could be filled with dark stars and dark planets and dark alien life. How will the universe end? That's a question everyone wants an answer to, whether you're a scientist or religious. According to science, the end of this universe will take a long time, 100 billion years in fact. We definitely won't be alive to see the stars dying out. But how will it end? Will there be another explosion like the Big Bang? Will everything grow cold and quiet? In 1998, scientists discovered that the universe is constantly expanding. In fact, this expansion has been accelerating. Many astronomers believe that it will never slow down, let alone revert to a contracting phase. In the distant future, galaxies will grow further apart. Eventually, they will disappear beyond each other's cosmic horizon. The universe will be a dark and lonely place. It will also be very cold, possibly too cold to sustain life any longer. Another possible end would be the universe ripping itself apart. If the acceleration speeds up dramatically, it could tear a hole in space-time. Despite all our advances in the field of astronomy, many questions remain unanswered about space and the universe. Scientists are trying their best, but still lack the means to answer them. Perhaps we'll find the truth in time. Make sure to comment below on what your thoughts are, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.